Hey guys, Tom with Permaculture Wilmington here. Just wanted to show you a few of the mushrooms that are growing. I wanted to show you this today. I know I've already done a lot of mushroom videos on my YouTube channel of just showing you bags on these different shelves and the different mushrooms that we're growing. But I wanted to show you this because these are actually old bags. These are bags that have been spent according to how most growers do their mushrooms, which is they usually fruit 3 or 4 times, and then you just discard the bags or you put them out in your garden and use them as mulch. Because this is basically fungal dominated substrate. So this is just wood chips that have been decomposed by fungus. So it's basically compost in bags, guys. This is a great addition to any garden for soil fertility and to inoculate your soil with beneficial microbes. And fungus is actually a microbe because of how small the mycelial connections are, the hyphae that they send out, those little hairs that the organism sends out in the soil are actually considered to be microorganisms. So these mushrooms, guys, are from last winter. So I started growing these, I think it was like maybe January, and we're already in October now. So just to let you guys know, these have already fruited 4 times, 3 or 4 times over the course of last winter and into the spring, and then they went dormant. They didn't do anything during the hot season. So around August, they were just sitting here. The bags were just in here. I was still spraying with moisture. You can see a lot of the bags have contaminated already. This is a shiitake block that we did that I had soaking in here and left it in too long, and it just basically turned to got anaerobic and started smelling, and so that one's pretty much done. It's not going to do anything else. It's basically compost at this point. But these are lion's mane mushrooms, and you can see they've got great size to them. I mean, these are, and this is like the fifth flush from these bags. It's amazing. And Jess just harvested a whole bunch of, these are snow oyster mushrooms. So she came out and harvested several of these clusters. So, several of the bags had huge clusters on them. And we've already done so many of the videos previously, I didn't want to be redundant and just show you, hey, more mushrooms growing. But guys, what's special about this is that these are old bags and that they are supposed to be done, but I just left them in here, and so now we've got they're fruiting all over again. So very exciting about that, guys, just to have this, nothing, I'm not doing anything, it's no work involved. I'm just putting these out here, and I do spray a little water when I spray the garden from time to time, and I do keep this, it's a little tub, I keep that full of water to make sure that there's at least some humidity in here, because that's what the mushrooms need, the mycelium needs. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you what was going on and show you our lion's mane here. We're going to be drying these out instead of cooking them so that we can get the most medicinal properties from them. But yeah, just excited about this, guys, and how many. We were not expecting this. I was expecting to actually put these out in our garden in the next couple weeks. So we've got all these seedlings here that we're growing. Just a ton of seedlings everywhere, pots over there as well. But yeah, so that's what's going in our garden, and we like to put a little compost around it when we do it. But we've also got all this compost, so this whole bin needs to be cycled out. It's growing tomatoes right now. As soon as the tomatoes get done, and they've produced all the tomatoes they're going to, which they still haven't, because we've still got a ton. I mean, there's a lot of growth on this. We've got a few weeks of picking tomatoes left, and very exciting here because these are sun golds. So if you're familiar with sun golds, they're orange, and they've got a really nice flavor to them. Not quite as flavorful as the millions that we've grown in the past, but as far as tomatoes grow, they have a very unique and a very potent flavor when they get ripe like this. So it's only been really ripe this part of the year. We've had them all summer growing, but they haven't tasted the same. They've been a little bit kind of watery, not as much flavor, and now all of a sudden they taste wonderful. So, but that's those, and you can see the compost down here. And this is a moldering compost that's currently working. It's decomposing, and then we'll empty this bin that's been going for a year now, and then we'll flip this over, and that way we get the bottom half of the bigger bin over there is already ready as well. You can kind of see it coming out the sides. So that's good to go. So this will be basically, with the two of these, it would be like one full bin of compost that we're going to be putting out. So happy about getting compost, because that means we can grow all kinds of stuff in our garden. And we've got our mushroom bags as well, and I will be breaking these up to use as compost in the next couple weeks. But just wanted to show you guys before I do that, you know, what it looks like. And maybe I might make some more bags, but if you guys are familiar with this process, it is indeed a process to grow mushrooms, to create these bags and get the substrate without it being contaminated into the bags. I mean, it takes work and it takes time. It's about a month before you even see anything after you do this, after you do the whole process of creating the substrate for them and inoculating it, and you know. So I've got other videos on that kind of stuff, guys, if you want to see how that's done. But I'm going to tell you, man, there's some work involved, and there's a lot of patience. When you can just go and you know, some of these, like the oyster mushrooms, you can go to some of the stores and buy them now for like $4 a flush, you know. But if you make one of these bags, you're going to be either buying it, which is spending $20 if you buy them online, or if you make them yourselves, you know, it doesn't cost as much. It costs about $5, I think, per bag by the time you get done with the substrate, and you know, but the time it's just very time consuming. So if you don't have a lot of time, this kind of thing is definitely not what you're looking for, I don't think, unless you could take a weekend and maybe make like a straw bale, you know, and inoculate a straw bale and get a lot of mushrooms off that and make it worth your while. But just different methods, guys. Just talking to you, sharing a little bit about what's going on in here. So I hope you're having a good day. And this is Tom with Permaculture Wilmington.